popular sweet and sour meatballs are prepared with just a few standard pantry ingredients, simple and easy to make in 30 minutes and under 300 calories. I have a few standard pantry ingredients collected to make my popular sweet and sour meatballs: ketchup, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, golden yellow sugar, white vinegar, salt and pepper. Dijon mustard and garlic chili sauce are recent adaptations I've added. A measuring cup as well as a large mixing bowl and a large skillet are just a few additional necessities to create this delicious recipe. I'm starting with the meatball preparation. I have 1.4 kilograms, equivalent to 3 pounds of extra lean ground beef. I'm transferring the meat to a large mixing bowl so I can add some seasonings and mix it up. I'm adding salt first. Then, a generous amount of La Grille's spicy pepper. You can use regular pepper if you don't have this one. My Dijon mustard is next. I'm adding 1 tablespoon. The Lea & Perrins Worcestershire sauce enhances the flavor of the meat. A liberal sprinkling of Worcestershire sauce is required. A thorough mixing of the lean ground beef is necessary to infuse the meat with the seasoning ingredients I added. I'm grabbing a plate to collect the 24 meatballs I'll roll next. Just look at this seasoned beef. Lower in fat than regular ground beef, it's ready to roll. Some cooks add breadcrumbs to help the meat pull together and hold its meatball shape. I find that the meat generally does hold its shape by pressing it firmly as I shape it. If the meat is not holding together, I add a sprinkle of water instead, saving carbs and calories. This lean ground meat is holding together nicely. See? No extra water required. I'm making 24 large meatballs equal in size, 2 inches or 5 centimeters in diameter, weighing 2 ounces or 58 grams each, and collecting them on a plate. Now that all 24 meatballs are rolled and ready, it's time to cook them. I'm cooking these meatballs with my Teflon-coated electric fry pan. Because the ground beef is extra lean, I must cook them on a non-stick surface or add a fat such as oil or butter. Because I'm cooking with a Teflon-coated surface, I can add the meatballs directly to the fry pan. Alternatively, if you don't have a Teflon-coated or non-stick pan, you can add a little water instead if you want to avoid adding fat, but the meat will simmer instead. And this is why I'm using a non-stick surface as well. I want the meat to brown up a little to enhance and enrich the meat's flavor. With all 24 meatballs in the fry pan, it's time to get the heat started. I'm setting the heat to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees centigrade. Within minutes, the bottom edges of the meatballs are beginning to brown. While the meatballs brown up, I'll collect the ingredients I'll need to make the sweet and sour sauce. But before I make the sauce, I must check the meatballs. The meatballs have been cooking for about 5 minutes, and their color is beginning to change from pink along the sides. It's time to turn them over. A rubber spatula or rubber-coated tongs can unstick the browned bottoms and release the meatballs to turn them to their opposite sides. After turning the meatballs to cook for another 5 minutes on the other side, it's time to prepare the sweet and sour sauce. Ketchup is first. 3/4 of a cup. But before I continue, I'm noticing that the base of the fry pan is getting a little browner than I'd like. I'm covering the pan with a lid and reducing the heat to 250 degrees Fahrenheit or 125 degrees centigrade. This way the meatballs will stay moist and that perfect browning will remain. White vinegar is the next sweet and sour sauce ingredient, 3 tablespoons. The Pearl River Bridge dark soy sauce is next. I add only 1 teaspoon of this particular soy sauce and measure it carefully. Because this dark soy sauce is extra concentrated, only a small amount is required. If you use another less concentrated brand, you might need to add more. Yellow golden sugar is next. I'm adding 3 tablespoons, each one packed firmly into the measuring spoon like this. The garlic chili sauce is the final ingredient. I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon carefully measured to add a pop of flavor without spicing it up too much. I'm stirring up these ingredients to see how much I have. The sauce is thick and measures about 1 cup. I'll add some water to thin it out a little. About 3/4 of a cup filtered water should do. The sauce is nicely thinned out and ready to be added to the meatballs. The cooked meat has remained moist and cooked through with the lid on for the past 10 minutes. Liquid has collected at the pan's base and deglazed that lovely browning. I'm pouring the thinned out sauce over everything and covering with a lid. After simmering for 5 more minutes, these meatballs are ready to serve. Two of these meatballs with sauce, a total of 4 ounces or 58 grams of meat and only 232 calories. And this one's for you. Enjoy! Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and click the notifications bell to get all the latest under 300 calories recipes.